Okay, so in this video, we are going to differentiate between a blog and a website. And even though this terminology might sound, very similar to you, it's not. Trust me, it's very, very different. So what is a website? A website is basically a static site that mainly sells a product or a service. That's the entire goal of a website, right? Now, obviously, this is, like 99% of the time. Obviously, there's always exceptions. There's always that 1%. But majorly, a website is a static site that sells a product or service. Now, if you go to Aweber.com, what is it? It's a website. It's not a blog, right? If you go to, let's say, contentgorilla.co, what is it? It's a website that sells a product, right? So that's what a website is. It does not have a lot of moving components, right? It's not edited as often as you would edit a blog. You don't have to create a content on a website as often as you would do on a blog. And because of these factors, it's very, very hard to rank a website on search engines, right? So let's move on. Now, what is a blog, right? So a blog is basically, just to differentiate, it's dynamic. It's updated very, very often, like 3 times in a week often. In most cases, it's even twice a day. So that's that. But the main separator here is that it's full of conversational content. What does that mean? It means that it is full of content that engages a reader, that helps the visitor of your website, right? Now, if you're offering a product or service, and the website, even what it does is it tells the visitor about that product or service. But what a blog does is it solves people's problems. That's not 100% true, but in 80% of the cases, that is what it is. If you make a Google search, you will, come across a blog post 90% of the time, unless, of course, you're searching for a, let's say, a video recording software like the one I'm using. I use Camtasia, by the way. So, Camtasia is a website, while there will be blog posts even on that search queries like top 10 video recorders, the best video recording software, and all that, right? So that's basically a blog. A blog is what is full of conversational content, and it gives more value to the reader than a website. So which one do we build? And the answer is simple. We build a blog. Why? Because it can sell. It's easier, way easier to rank on search engines, and it builds a brand for you. Now, it's super, super hard to rank a website on search engines because you don't have a lot of content, right? It's very hard. Now, obviously, there are some big brands that utilize both. Now, let me just minimize this, and let me take you to and show you how you could possibly use a. Let's say we go to aweber.com, right? My bad. So this right here is a website, right? As you can see, it's selling their product, right? But like I said, there are some instances where they have both. So Aweber also has a blog, and as you can see here, they have content that basically is updated very often, as you can see. 2019 Valentine's Day gift guide, and a creative way of using a blog is to build leads, right? So that's the major difference between a site, a website, and a blog. Now, I'm not saying that you cannot utilize both. You can obviously do that like a Weber here is doing, but again, then you have to have a product to sell too, right? But in this course, we're gonna concentrate on building a blog. And if you have a software or a service that you want to sell, you can always go ahead and build a website for that. And you can like do a subdomain for that, or even a subdirectory. So in the next video, we are going to be selecting a niche for our blog. I'm gonna see you there.